In 1962, while Ferrari was perfecting the 250 GTO and Jaguar was developing the E-Type, a desperate American company was about to pull off one of the most audacious feats in automotive history. Studebaker was dying. Sales were collapsing, bankruptcy loomed, and the company needed a miracle. Their solution: give designer Raymond Loewy just 40 days to create the fastest production car in the world. The result was the Avanti R2. And it didn't just succeed, it obliterated every record imaginable. The Avanti R2 was powered by a supercharged 289 cubic inch V8, producing 290 horsepower. But raw power wasn't what made it special. It was the radical bottom breather aerodynamic design that sucked cooling air through the front bumper. This wasn't just styling. It was functional aerodynamics that helped the Avanti slice through the air with unprecedented efficiency. At Bonneville Salt Flats, the Avanti didn't just break records, it shattered them. 29 world speed records fell to this radical Studebaker, including becoming the world's fastest production car. The Avanti hit speeds over 170 miles per hour, embarrassing every supercar of its era. But the Avanti's real innovation was being America's first production car with disc brakes as standard equipment. While Ferrari was still using drums, Studebaker was pioneering stopping power that wouldn't become common for another decade. Only 1,833 R2 models were ever built. Why? Because just as the Avanti was proving itself as a world beater, Studebaker went bankrupt. The company that built the world's fastest production car couldn't survive to see its triumph. Today, surviving Avanti R2s sell for $40,000 to $125,000. But finding one with its original supercharged engine intact is nearly impossible. Most were converted to regular engines when the complex supercharger systems failed and nobody knew how to fix them. While the Avanti was setting records in the desert, a small company in El Monte, California was building something even more extraordinary, a car that could outrun almost anything on Earth for a fraction of the cost. The Devon SS was the brainchild of Bill Devon, who had a simple philosophy: take a Chevrolet Corvette engine, wrap it in the lightest possible body, and watch it demolish cars costing 10 times more. The numbers were staggering. The Devon SS weighed under 2,000 pounds, but packed a modified Chevrolet 283 volts 8, producing 220 horsepower. This gave it a power-to-weight ratio that embarrassed Ferrari, and performance that seemed impossible for 1957, 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.8 seconds. In 1957. To put that in perspective, the Ferrari 250 GT took 7.1 seconds, the Jaguar XK 150 took 8.5 seconds, and the Corvette took 7.3 seconds. The Devon SS was faster than almost every car on Earth. The secret was international collaboration. Frames were built in Ireland by master craftsmen, then shipped to California, where Devon installed Chevrolet drivetrains and European components like Girling disc brakes and BMC rack and pinion steering. But here's the tragedy. Only 15 to 30 complete Devon SS cars were ever built. The initial price of $5,950 rose to $10,000, more expensive than a Ferrari. Bill Devon was losing money on every car, making them too well for their own good. The few Devon SS cars that were completed proved their worth on racetracks across America. Pete Woods won the C-Modified Championship for California SCCA in 1959, dominating races against far more expensive European exotics. Today, a Devon SS is worth around $102,000, but finding one is nearly impossible. Most collectors have never heard of them, despite their incredible performance and rarity that makes them more exclusive than any modern hypercar. Fast forward to 1999, and a small British company was about to embarrass the entire supercar establishment with a car that cost $52,000 and could destroy million-dollar hypercars. The Ultima GTR looked like a Le Mans prototype race car because essentially it was one that happened to be street legal. Weighing just 980 kilograms but packing up to 720 horsepower from Chevrolet V8 power, the GTR had a power-to-weight ratio better than the Bugatti Veyron. The world records speak for themselves: 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.7 seconds, 0 to 100 miles per hour in 5.5 seconds, and a top speed of 231 miles per hour. But the most embarrassing statistic? On Top Gear's test track, the GTR posted a lap time of 1 minute and 12.8 seconds, faster than the Ferrari Enzo, faster than the Bugatti Veyron, faster than almost everything. For $52,000, the GTR was available as both a kit car and a complete turnkey vehicle. Buyers could choose from various Chevrolet V8 engines, with the top GTR 720 producing 720 horsepower and achieving that incredible 745 horsepower per ton power-to-weight ratio. Richard Marlowe's company Ultima Sports built over 400 cars during the GTR's production run, proving there was demand for ultimate performance at a reasonable price. The modular design allowed customers to choose their preferred engine, transmission, and options while maintaining the incredible chassis and aerodynamics. So, why isn't Ultima a household name? Because small British manufacturers don't have the marketing budgets of Ferrari or Lamborghini. Despite building cars that consistently outperform million-dollar exotics, Ultima remain known only to serious performance enthusiasts. Today, used GTRs sell for $52,000 to $91,000, making them the performance bargain of the century. You can buy a car that beats a Veyron on track for less than a loaded BMW 3 Series. Our final forgotten legend comes from Spain, where a small company has been hand-building some of the most extreme cars on Earth in numbers so small they barely exist. The Tramontana looks like a Formula One car mated with a fighter jet, because that's exactly what designer Josep Rubau was thinking. After working for Volkswagen and studying at the Royal College of Arts, Rubau established Tramontana in Girona with one goal: build the most extreme road car possible. Only 12 Tramontanas are built per year. Each one is completely bespoke, handcrafted from exotic materials including carbon fiber, titanium, magnesium, silver, and even gold. The most expensive versions cost over $2.95 million and feature paint made from precious metals and gems. The engineering is as extreme as the construction. The top-spec Tramontana packs an 888 horsepower Mercedes twin-turbo V12 engine, achieving 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.8 seconds and a top speed of 217 miles per hour. The power-to-weight ratio approaches Formula One levels in a street-legal package. But the most remarkable thing about Tramontana isn't the performance. It's the complete lack of recognition. Despite building cars that cost millions and perform like spaceships, virtually nobody outside Spain knows they exist. The R variant is even more extreme, with aerodynamics inspired by military aircraft and enough downforce to theoretically drive upside down at high speeds. Each car takes months to complete, with master craftsmen hand-forming every panel and component. Production numbers are almost meaningless. Fewer than 200 Tramontanas have been built since 2005, making them rarer than almost any hypercar ever made. The combination of Spanish craftsmanship, extreme performance, and ultimate exclusivity creates something truly unique in the automotive world. Yet mention Tramontana to most car enthusiasts and you'll get blank stares. While McLaren, Ferrari, and Bugatti dominate headlines, Spain's most extreme manufacturer remains virtually unknown, despite building cars that match or exceed their performance.